Hi, I'm Stacy.
And I'm Christy.
Do you ever get excited about an art challenge like Inktober or maybe a 100-day project only to burn out halfway through? Or maybe you've wondered if these challenges are even worth your time. In today's episode, Christy and I are diving into the world of art challenges, the ones we've loved, the ones we've failed, and what we've learned along the way. If you've ever felt inspired and intimidated by a challenge, this episode is for you.
So today we are going to talk about art challenges. And if you spend even a minute on Instagram and you're an artist, you've probably seen 1,000 opportunities to participate in an art challenge. Yep. Some of the main ones that I can think of are like Inktober, which is the one that takes place in October. Peachtober, which is a variation of that one, also in October. Folktale Week. I've done Folktale Week because I'm afraid of drawing characters. 3
100-day
materials
project
challenge. Oh yeah, 100-day project.
3 materials. I like that one.
3 materials. Have you tried that one?
I haven't, but I have watched it. I've watched it and thought, that's a great idea. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I am incapable of that. No. And then, of course, I mean, there's hundreds of variations of art challenges. Some of them are 5 days, 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 365 days.
Yeah.
So I guess, what challenges have you done? Art challenges? I know you have. Which ones have you done?
I have done very few, but I recently did a 1-month make a collection challenge, which I really enjoyed. So each week, like the first week you did an illustration, and then the next week was a hero pattern, and then a coordinate, and then a blender, and then at the end of the month you had a collection, which was pretty magical.
Very doable.
It was very doable. It was a timeline that I could actually achieve. I was so buzzed after actually completing a challenge that I was like, I am going to do Inktober.
Oh, yeah.
I did.
You did?
I did 2 weeks of Inktober.
Okay. Yeah.
Not the best, not the worst.
That's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I mean, it is called a challenge for a reason.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not meant to be easy.
Yes.
It would be called something else. I don't know what it would be called, but it would not be called a challenge if it was easy.
I think the biggest challenge I ever partook in was Jenna Blackburn did one called 75 Art, and it was 75 days of art making, and I actually did that.
Wow.
Which
did
was
you
like
do
shocking.
It every day? Or did you skip a day but do 2 in one day? Or...
There were times that I had to do that where because I had like people visiting, and I wasn't going to be like, sorry, gotta go do this thing.
Excuse me, thanks for coming. I'm just going to go over here in the corner and draw.
No. So there were definitely days when I did catch up. At the end, I basically filled a whole sketchbook with ideas that I just now kind of turn to when I'm feeling stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? I know you've done some challenges.
Okay. So I will say, unrelated to art, I have done probably 5 or 6 30-day yoga challenges. And I will say that one of the yoga challenges got me a free year membership.
Oh, well, that's worth it.
Which was totally worth it because that stuff is expensive.
Yeah.
I did Inktober 1 year. I took Missy Dunaway's Creative Bug course, and that's where I learned how to use acrylic ink. She's amazing. First of all, she is amazing. And I really enjoyed that class, and I really I was so impressed I was able to make things in this medium I had never used before. And I really enjoyed it. So that was really great. I've started and stopped many art challenges over the years. And then I also did like a self-imposed 365-day challenge, which was like, that was legit 365 days. There were a few times where I was like in bed and I was like, got out of bed,
like set the timer the blanket.
I was so pissed. I set the timer for 10 minutes. And I was like, whatever comes out in 10 minutes we're checking off this list. So that was an emotional quest, since we don't use the word journey here. The 365-day challenge was definitely a roller coaster. I highly recommend it. I recommend
Mhm.
all of these things, actually. I definitely recommend an art challenge because you will learn so much. And that could be learning a new medium, learning what you like, learning what you don't like, learning how to be okay with quitting,
Mhm.
learning how to finish, and also navigating, around, am I going to be one of these people where it doesn't count if I don't do it every day, and so then I failed the challenge? Or are you going to be okay with, well, I skipped a day, but I'll do two today, so it still works out the same? Like, you really learn a lot, I think, about
Mhm.
yourself in these
Yeah.
challenges. But so, what are the kind of things that inspire you to do an art challenge? If you see something pop up on Instagram and or wherever you find out about these challenges, it could be an artist newsletter. What is it about them that makes you like, yeah, I'm going to do this?
I don't know. I don't know exactly. I think I am very much, I'm a generator, if
Mm,
we're talking human
human
design.
design. Me too.
And what that means is that I get excited about lots of things. And sometimes I get excited by an art challenge. Most of the time, I will be perfectly honest, I am allergic, completely and utterly allergic to art challenges. I
Mm,
see an art challenge, I see like the description of the challenge, I see everything laid out, and everything in me is no, we can't do that. Because to me, a challenge feels like I'm constrained. I
yeah,
also I don't like being told what to draw and what to create.
I am 100% with you on that.
Yeah. And so what I do find for me is if I see a challenge where it feels like I can succeed, like it's realistic for my life at that time, I'm
Yeah,
more drawn to it. If the prompts or the theme is like pretty loose, like the challenge that collections challenge I did was called Wild Wonders. You could draw anything in nature. I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. Like
yeah,
the broadest of broad,
yeah,
you know, topics. So that's what I need. I need there to be a lot of, and I also need, for me, if a challenge is every day, it becomes very difficult for me to achieve it, which is why lately when I do participate in a challenge, I go for the ones that are like this week we're thing, because that is more realistic for me. Like I'm not the kind of person who I don't draw every day. I would love to be the person who draws every day. It is not realistic for me. And so that's okay. But, for me that's what I want. I want a challenge that has a realistic timeline, very loose theme that
yeah,
gives me the creative freedom that I feel like I need. If it's anything that's not those things, I will often start them and then, you know, I'll miss a day and then I'll miss 2 days and 3 days and 4 days. And I'll be like, I'm
yeah,
not doing this anymore.
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
totally with you. I get very rebellious if I see a list of prompts and there's something in there that I don't want to draw.
Mm-hmm.
Even, I mean, I've even been able to convince myself to try challenges where like 80% of the prompts I'm interested in. And so for those other 20%, I'm like, let's just try it. But then once I hit one of them, I'm like, forget it. I'm done. I'm not doing this. So I tend to like abandon. I do much better like you with broader topics and certainly more of a time frame within which to accomplish whatever it is. So like a month-long challenge, but really it's 4 or 5 tasks because you're doing one thing a week. It's
Yeah.
definitely more manageable for like my schedule. But I do like it when challenges, you know, like the Inktober one that I did with Missy Dunaway's course, that was nice because it was very focused on one medium. And I didn't make 30 drawings because there would be some days where you would be like working on the same one for maybe 2 or 3 days, or you'd start
Oh.
something and then you'd flip the page and you'd work on something new, and then you'd go back to something you had started and you would add to it. So something like that was a much easier flow. And I think also because the medium was new to me, I was very like excited to learn
Mm-hmm.
about it and see what it did and how it works. And she's just so great. Again, I can't say enough good things about her. So I did like that. Now, the 365-day challenge was really more about, it was important for me to get into the habit of drawing every day.
Mm-hmm.
And even if that meant 5 minutes, I don't like to just spend 5 minutes drawing. I'm really much more of a get in there, roll up your sleeves, and spend 4 hours. That's my preference. But I thought at the time that it was important for me to practice my drawing. And that could mean, I'm saying drawing loosely. I don't mean just like pencil or pen or whatever. That could involve painting, it could markers, whatever it
Yeah.
was, but just some creative activity on paper every day for a year. And I tried to do it all in one sketchbook, but I also don't like to be confined to one sketchbook. So they're in multiple places, which is kind of a bummer. It would have been nice to be able to like commit to one sketchbook and see it through. And maybe someday I'll try that. But yeah, so like when you are doing these challenges, you come up against an obstacle. Again, it is a challenge, so it's not
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be easy.
Yeah.
What do you do to push through those
Yeah.
sticky points?
I think, well, there's a few things. So for me, I have to, at the beginning, this sounds silly, but I actually make a plan at the beginning. So with the 75 art, Jenna gave everybody this huge list of prompts. So at least that plan was kind of, and it was also like choose your own adventure. Like she would draw certain things every day, but it was like if you want to draw this, you can. If you don't, whatever. With the collections challenge, I really liked sitting down and creating a plan before I started. So I knew this was the theme I wanted to use. These were the motifs I wanted to draw. That helped me a lot. I also have to remind myself that perfection is not the aim of the challenge.
Mm.
With that collections challenge, I knew I wanted to do it, but then my life got busy. And the first week, I didn't do the illustration. So then the second week, I was like, okay, we're going to just try to catch up. So I did the illustration, I did part of the hero pattern, but I was basically behind until the last week of the challenge. But I was okay with that because I was
Yeah.
still making progress along the way. So
Yeah.
I think that you have to, I understand why having a very rigid set of rules for some people can be very helpful. But I think if you're the kind of person who is always striving for perfection, like going into a challenge, kind of releasing yourself of that and just saying, do what you can,
Yeah.
do what you feel like doing, is going to be okay. I think those are things that I've learned over the years where I used to definitely be like, I want to draw every day. And if I don't draw one day, I may as well throw it all in the trash. And then I would just end it. And it was just like, oh, now when I look back at that, I'm like, oh, that's sad. You should have kept going because it was just one day.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that has definitely helped me complete challenges. Do you have techniques you use?
Yeah, I also am a perfectionist with black and white thinking. So when I go into these challenges, I have to be mindful of, it's not like you're saying, it's not about perfection. It's really, what is the reason I'm doing this? Is this
Mm-hmm.
topic exciting to me? Is it because I'm trying a new material? Is it like, what is the why behind it? Because I don't have a lot of free time. So if I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
do one of these challenges, I need it to like, it needs to do something for me, and that
Yeah.
could be like, this needs to be something fun, and that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. It doesn't have to be something like, oh, I have to be able to monetize this in some way. But
Yeah.
so yeah, definitely letting go of that perfectionist mindset when you start. I also do a plan. I remember in 2020 when I first learned how to make patterns in Illustrator, I set myself a challenge to make 100 patterns in 100 days and post them all on
Whoa.
Instagram, and I did. But
Wow.
that was not about creating perfect patterns.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were repeat patterns, so in that sense they were. But like the motifs and the design, it was not about creating a perfect pattern. It was the act of creating something new every day, and also the facility with which I was able to use Illustrator and just really
Yeah.
ingrain those shortcuts and those tricks and things that you do. Yeah, so that was like probably one of the best challenges I've done. But I did have to plan it out. So it was like, okay, it's 100 days. It made 10 like themes, and then it would be 10 patterns within that theme. So maybe I had 10 geometric ideas or 10 desert ideas or 10 floral, like whatever it was. So I had planned them all out. And then the other thing that I like to do, I don't have one in front of me. Do I have one in front of me? Yes, I do. So I'm currently doing a 90-day challenge.
Oh.
So I create these little checklists.
Mhm.
This particular challenge is over the next 90 days, I want to create 26 completed gouache paintings and then also redo them in Procreate because I'm trying to learn how
Wow.
to mimic digital painting like regular painting. So I have 26 topics, and then I've got the box divided in half. So like when I finish the painting, I can cross that off, and when I finish it in Procreate, I can cross that off. So like for the 100-day challenge or for the 365-day challenge, I literally just made a sheet for
Mhm.
365 days. I wrote 1 through 365, taped it to my window in front of my desk, and then every
Mhm.
day, that idea of keeping the chain going. Because when you
Yes.
start to see those things add up, especially on something long like 30,
Mhm.
60, 90, 300, and you see all those check marks, like the last
Yeah.
thing, you don't want to be that guy that breaks the chain. So you do it. You sit down and you do it. So I find that to be like really motivating. And I just can print those out whenever I need them. Yeah, so that's what I do. And then, yeah, just be easy on yourself. It's supposed to be,
Yeah.
yes, it's a challenge, but also like you've decided to do this. So
Yeah. It was a choice.
it was a choice. I love this question. Like participating in these challenges, did they change your style in any way, or did you learn something about your style, or did it help you develop any new techniques while you're doing these challenges?
Yeah, I think for me, so each challenge did different things. That collections challenge I mentioned, I rarely create illustrations, like standalone illustrations, but it's something that I want to do more of. I want to be better at it. And so getting the opportunity to like having that kind of project set for me really helped. And I think part of the reason that I had thought this challenge sounded fun was I had just finished illustrating my calendar, and I found I really enjoyed that process. And so when I saw a challenge that incorporated another illustration, I was like, I should, like, you're already feeling good about that process, so keep it going.
Ride
So
the wave.
yeah, so that kind of, it's not necessarily a technique, but it's like a process that I'm not used to going through. I just don't create illustrations like that. In terms of technique, though, the Inktober challenge, even though it's Inktober, I took it to be mixed media challenge. And so
Yeah.
I was using like these new gouache watercolor. What's the name of them? It's like Itaki Ganzai or
Oh,
something.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know? I've just
Yes.
butchered that. I'm so sorry.
Are they Kuretake?
Oh yes, Karataki. Yes.
Kuretake. Yeah.
Yes. So I had
Do you have
bought
the Art
some.
Nouveau set?
Yes.
Yeah,
So I had just bought that set and I wanted to play with them. And
they're so
so
fun.
yeah, they're really fun. But I'm like terrible. Like I'm not a painter.
I'm sure you're not terrible.
They're pretty bad. As the days went by, I feel like this is why I did not complete the challenge was
Hmm.
like it just was like getting uglier and uglier. And also for me, like paint, it requires setup, it requires more space, just things that I don't have as easily available. So as that challenge progressed, I moved into using markers, which are like very portable, like easy to use. I'm comfortable using markers, but that meant I didn't get to use my new paints very much.
Yeah.
But I can see how if I had moved forward with that challenge, I would of course get better at using those paints. I see, I know the lesson there, I just don't follow it. Have you, it sounds like your ink challenge, at least, you definitely learned a new medium and a new
Yeah.
technique. Have you done
Yeah,
that?
that was great. I mean, with the 365-day challenge, because it's so massive, I obviously did not limit myself to
Yeah.
any one material. And for me, it was more about, I mean, the most important thing was showing up every day. Secondary to that was like, yes, some days, like on a Sunday, I might have 4 hours. On a Tuesday at 10 p.m., I might have to get out of bed and do a quick drawing, like in
Yeah.
pencil. One of the things too, if it's a self-imposed challenge, it's always good to have an idea in front of you, like what you're trying to accomplish. And I will often, yeah, just make that list of the things that I want to draw or the things I want to work on so that I don't have to think about it when it comes time to doing it. But I think, yeah, I mean, it definitely, I've used it to practice certain techniques, and that's what I'm doing now with the gouache and the Procreate. Like the challenge is to be able to make the Procreate paintings look like they were made by hand. I have
Hmm.
no idea how to do that. No clue.
It's all right. You're going to learn.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it is in the end.
Do you feel like art challenges have helped you find your voice?
No,
Yeah, me neither.
no.
No, because for me, they're really about play and just like exploration. Like, I'm not going into a challenge hoping to find, what is the phrase people use? Your signature style, which I hate that phrase.
It's a lot of pressure, that phrase.
It's a lot of pressure in that phrase. I feel like a challenge, I don't know, what I'm looking for from a challenge is just entertainment. I'm just looking to have some fun.
But
And
then
that,
you're also able to with the pattern challenge, there was a tangible
hmm,
outcome that you can use in your portfolio. So if it can be more, yes, it can be fun, but it also can be more, or it can just be fun. Like it's okay.
yeah, yeah.
I've never walked away from it. Not even the 365-day challenge. If anything, I came away from the 365-day challenge a little more confused because I had
Mm,
worked in so many different mediums that if anything, I learned that I love them all. And there's nothing wrong with that. But again, like you're not really mastering anything by constantly changing things up. That's why now this challenge that I'm in now is trying to focus on painting.
yeah. One thing.
So,
What advice would you give artists who feel intimidated by the idea of taking on, especially because you do the big, ambitious challenges? So, what would you
all or
say to some?
nothing.
It's black or it's white, just like the
It's black or
painting
it's
behind
white.
you.
Do you see this? It's black
Yeah,
or it's white.
I'm a black and white thinker. I was like, look behind you.
Look at my sweater. Look at this chair behind me. My cat is black and white.
You live your truth.
I do. Here she is. I think number one, you need to be clear on your goals. What is the purpose that you're doing it? Are you trying to
Hmm.
get finished artwork out of this? Are you trying to explore a material? Are you trying to just get into a daily habit? Understand what it is you're trying to get out of it first, and
Hmm.
then go for it. It's a challenge again, so it should not be super easy, but also if you're just like burned out and I don't want to do it, is there a way that you can do it smaller? Do it to a certain degree. Give yourself 5 minutes, and then once you're in there, you'll probably keep going, and maybe it'll
Yeah.
be 10 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. Try not to give up too easily. Like it's very
Hmm.
easy to walk away, but again, it's a challenge. So
Yeah.
try to challenge yourself to stay with it. But obviously, if it's like not serving you for whatever
Yeah.
reason, then don't do it. And it's fine to change your mind. Like you had started with the Kuretake watercolor gouache paints and you're
Hmm.
like, I can't do this. So you switch to markers. Like there are, this is your challenge. It's your decision to take it on. You need to make it work for you. Not to worry about whoever this person is that set up the challenge,
Yeah.
policing you. You do what makes sense for you. That's what I would say.
Hmm.
I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm pointing my finger like a school teacher, but
It's all right.
yeah. What about you? What advice would you give to someone who's taking on a challenge?
I would say First, do you want to do the challenge because you see lots of people saying they're going to do it? So are you like
FOMO.
Yes, do you have the
FOMO.
FOMO? Are you like joining the mob? Like, I would be really conscious about, is this something that you want to do, or is it something that you have the fear of missing out and you just want to do it so that you don't miss out? Because I think I'm guilty of, this is why I say it, is that I will often see, I even though I've said I'm not the kind of person who draws every day. I see somebody who draws every day, and every fiber of my being wants to be that person. I want to be the person who's like drinking their coffee and drawing and like doing all this stuff. I am not that person. It's just be really like, sit with it and decide why you want to do the challenge. And if it's a real reason that you want to do it for you, then do it. If you are feeling the fear of missing out, or you're doing it because everyone else is doing it and you're not really into it, like, just don't do it. Wait for the next challenge, the challenge that comes up that you see on Instagram and you instantly save it and you put the dates in your calendar. That's the one you should do.
Yeah.
Because the other piece
Oh,
of advice is there's always going to be another challenge. If you're on
oh my gosh.
Instagram, you know this. So
Yes. Yeah.
just wait a
Yeah.
day and somebody else will announce a new challenge.
And also, I would say, like, if this is like your first challenge, maybe start small. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to do a 30-day challenge. Maybe you find one of these challenges that's 7 days
Mm-hmm.
and see how that works for you. Or you create your own challenge that is
Yeah.
just motivated by yourself. And maybe your first challenge is to draw for 20 minutes every day.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's the same, make it easy. I'm going to draw an apple every day for 1 week. And you'd be
Yeah.
surprised at how different that would be. You could even do a challenge that's, I'm going to draw an apple for 7 days and I'm going to use a different medium for each day. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just do that too. I don't know.
No,
Take
you're
that
doing your
on.
gouache challenge.
I do love to draw apples though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely think it's worth taking on a challenge. I would say everyone go out there and give it a go, but just find the one that's right for you and that makes sense with your schedule and what you can and can't accomplish, but then also be challenged.
Yeah.
Be challenged. So are we all going to go out and do a challenge now? Do you have
Well,
any challenges on the horizon?
no. um, I have not seen a challenge that I've been excited about. I'm not one to set a 30, 60, 90, 100 and whatever 30, 365-day challenge. It just doesn't appeal to me. But when the right challenge comes around, I'll do it. And that's
Yeah.
okay. Like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well,
All right.
this is that.
This is that. But we'll definitely list a bunch of challenges that people could look out for. Some of the ones we mentioned. We'll definitely list out Missy Dunaway's links because you were like, I wrote her name down. So yeah,
She's the best.
we'll put all that in the show notes.
So cool.
Yeah. All right.
All
Well,
right.
until next time,
Thanks,
I can't wait to
guys.
see how your challenge goes.
Yeah, share your challenges too. Your art challenges. You can share your
Yeah.
regular challenges too. We're doing a lot of that here too. So
Yeah.
feel free to share your regular challenges, but
Any
specifically art
challenges?
challenges.
Yeah. For this episode, our challenges would be appreciated.
Yeah.
All right. We will talk to you next time.
Thanks so much for listening to Art After Dark. If you connected with today's episode, we'd love for you to subscribe and share it with a friend who's on their own creative quest. And if you want to follow along with our work, you'll find all the links in the show notes. Until next time, keep creating, and we'll see you after dark.